Instead of heart disease, you want to take heart failure. Yeah. Okay. So guys, you are able to hear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
One
Yeah.
person. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So now what I will do, I will run and show it to you. And your friend has also worked on the project. So if you feel that he has the better output, then use that project. And if you feel that this is the good project, use this project. It's my responsibility to give the project. I am giving this project. And you feel that that is the great, then use that project. It's up to you. I'm just finishing my task. Okay. So first I am importing all the data. Right. Just I'm importing all the libraries, whatever required. Then I'm just reading the data. This is the data you have given. Yeah. Yeah, this is the data. We have 299 patients and 13 columns are there. And this is the data types. So we have age, anemia, creatine, diabetes, ejection. So many variables are there, and we have that death event. This is what we are trying to predict whether the particular patient will get heart failure and that cause the death or not. This is what we are trying to predict. So once we read the data, we will see the data types. So everything is like we'll see everything in floats, and we see the data dot head, the top 10 columns, rows of the data, and this is to basically see whether the data is read properly or not. So this is okay. Then we will see the missing values. So this is what missing values. Here we don't have any missing value, and most of the values are zero. And then this is what our variables not required. Then we don't have any missing value, hence we can get you such a nice, chart without any bars in the missings. Okay. Then we will see the what is the proportion of deaths are there in our data. That is what we will see. We have like predominantly more non-deaths compared to deaths. Like we have 96 deaths and 2 times 3 not deaths. If you see the 67% of deaths we have and 32% of non-deaths we have. And data that describe basically will give the descriptive statistics for all your independent variables from all the variables from mean, median count, 50th, 70th percentile, everything it will give. And this basically will give the skewness also to see this thing. And in order to see the outliers, we'll see the box plot for all the continuous variables. So age we have no outliers. So creatine we have some outlier at the top percentage top level, and this also we have some, and this also we have some of the outliers. Okay. Now what we are trying to do, we need to remove these outliers by using the quantile cutoff. If any outliers which is the top of the whisker, we will replace back into 95th percentile, bottom side 5th percentile. That's what I am doing here for all the variables. And then that's how we are removing outliers. Here also we are removing outliers. This is how we will remove all the outliers. Once we remove the outliers, we find the correlation between all the independent variables. That's what we have done the correlation matrix here. And this is what we will see the correlation chart. Then what we need to do is, in order to find the relationship between independent and dependent variables, because here our depth of event is the categorical variable, this is always category dependent variable is categorical variable. If you want to find the relationship between two categorical variables, we will find the chi-square test. So that's what we are doing. Anemia versus death event we are doing. We are first making the observed table, then observed table we are doing here. If you see 120, 50, 83, 46, then we also calculate expected value, and we are doing the p-value. That means if p-value is greater than 0.05, it's not significant. That means it's not causing anything. That's how we do it for diabetes also. If your diabetes is also not significant, then we will do the high blood pressure also, because that is also we will see that is also not coming as significant. And gender, sex is also not. Let's see. That's how we'll do all the values. We will do individually at any univariate level. They are not coming significant. Maybe with bivariate it may come. So then, if you want to find the association between one continuous variable and categorical variable, we'll do the t-test. So this is what we are doing. Age versus death of the event. This is the p-value. And next variable is for creatine. Then next variable is the ejection fraction. So like that, all variables we will do the detailed analysis. So once we do these things, then what we will do? We basically need to specify what is the dependent variable, what is the independent variable. Here our dependent variable is basically death of the event. That's why it is coming as data of the event. If you drop that variable, rest all becomes your independent variable. If you see X, all these variables become independent variables, and your data of the event becomes your dependent variable. And if you see Y, this one. Now you need to basically train and split your data. You need to train and split your data. That's what you are doing, train and test. Because here, 1 minute. Here, if you see, even the anemia is 0, 1, you don't need to dummy code it. Diabetes is also 0, 1, you don't need to dummy code it. Blood pressure is also 1, 0, that's why you don't need to code it. That's why we are not dummy coding any categorical variable. If you see the continuous variable, we have to transform it to the original unit, same unit. That's why we are doing extract and test. We are basically making them into standard scalar, mean 0, variance, standard deviation 1. That's why we are putting all units in the same level. So once we do that, we are creating the modeling. As being classification problem, we are doing what? Classification pipeline. So that's why accuracy is the measures. Here what we are trying to do, here we are running a pipeline of the classification techniques in which we are using logistic regression, discriminant analysis, k nearest neighborhood, decision tree, even new Bayesian estimator, support vector mission, boosting algorithm, random forest classifier. Everything we are running here, and we are checking their accuracies, and we'll see how it's performing, and that's what we can compare the algorithm. This is the first step of the project. But problem is, now we need to fine tune the model. For that, what we need to select the variables. And we discussed random forest is very popular technique which can give the variable importance. That's why we are doing random forest here. So in the random forest also we have some parameters. To find the optimal parameters, we start with all the combination of parameters, and through the grid search we are finding the best parameters. That's what we are doing here. So once we run this, we run the random forest, then that's what I am running random forest here, and with the grid search. After running this, I will get the best parameters and use that best parameters and run the random forest. And from that random forest, I will take only the key variables and use that variable in the logistic regression. So what that will do, I will able to build the best, with the lesser number of variables, I can build the equation. Let's see. Okay, now I ran the grid search, so it has given the best parameters. What is the best parameter? If you see, the bootstrap is fall, criterion is Gini. So Gini, and number of estimators equal to 300 and max features equal to 2. So if I run this, so I will get a overfitting. 100% training cases are classified, but my aim is not using the random forest, because random forest is a bagging technique. We cannot interpret, we cannot give the interpretation wise. It's very difficult. But I will use random forest only to get the variable importance. So that's what I am getting, variable importance. So once I run the variable importance, these are the variable important order I got. Now out of which I will take some top 5 variables like time, serum creatine, ejection fraction, age, and the creatine, this thing, or now it came sodium, serum sodium. So I took all these 5 variables and try to build a logistic regression with only these 5 variables, because the model has to be very less variables, and it cannot be any overfitting and underfitting. If I take only these 5 variables and further standardize the data and fit only the logistic regression model, I was able to get 85% on the training data and 80% on the testing data. So it's neither overfitting nor underfitting, hence I can use this model. This is what your project. Now what I will do, I will give this file as a HTML which has code as well as complete output. Okay, then from your seniors batch, last year batch, people say I will give project format for one classification study, that is email classification. So use this PPT format. Sorry, use this which group? This one. Sorry.
Group 2, sir.
2, no, sorry. Sorry, group 2. Somebody say hi in group 2. Yeah, group 2. No, not this is that group 2, liver disease, applied car. From this group, say hi. Yeah, project, yeah. So what I will do now, I am giving the PDF from old project. This will give the, format of PDF. How can you prepare your thesis? And I'm and this code is basically, wait, downloads here. And this is what your code, I hope so. Yeah, classification is your code. Then you have code and code, and you have data also. If you don't have data also, I will give the data. Wait guys. Okay, what is this project? Applied statistics, correct? Applied statistics. What is this project? Heart failure data, and this is what your data. So with these three, you can finish your project and submit. And you also check your friend's project. If he has done something interesting, please use that and also include in this and try to give a big, nice project. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm done with this. If you have any questions, ask me. You can't command people, okay? You can't command people anytime. This is all your work and I am doing it for you, and still you are commanding. Somebody will say you are not giving time, you are not seeing my code. Okay, my responsibility to teach and give the support instructions. Anyway, that's all other thing. I really felt bad the way. And you are saying regression, somebody will say heart failure, and I am giving some similar kind of project. Instead of heart failure, heart disease is a. You are saying no, I can't do this project, I will do only that project. And what kind of respect you are giving here? Same project, same classification, nothing. Because this project I already given it to someone, I wanted to give that project. But you are not listening. Anyway, it's your wish. Chalo guys, all the best. Finish the project.
Sorry, sir.
Sorry?
Sorry, sir, for
No, I really see similar project. I will show what is the difference. This is what you say. This is what the project you want to work, and I somehow find one more nice project which is basically heart disease. Instead of heart failure, it's the heart disease. Age is there, sex is there. Some health parameters only changing. That's all. Rest is same. So cholesterol is there, FBS is there. How much it is different to other project? But you are saying I want to only work on that project. Of course, your wish. Chalo guys, thank you. Bye bye. All the best guys. Any questions?
Thank you, sir.
Bye.